So you're telling me you know this guy? Oh, Barassia? I know nothing about him. However, my friend seems to know a little bit about him. Whatever information I tell you now is stuff that the guy, had to pry out of him. Barassia was a very picky guy when it came to giving out information. Supposedly his past ticked him off a lot. So, you're a lucky camper if you get to hear this, or if you encounter the guy, the legend.
Last time on Dragon Ball Super Simps. The main cast are gathering their collective thoughts in response towards the mysterious threat to their ship. On the cusp of figuring out the truth, newcomer Kenzo promises to assist Sarari in his path for revenge, but in response for such a promise would require information on Okori. B, sensing a form of untrustworthy energy, would soon retaliate, causing Orion to question the situation. Luckily for her, it was just his friend with longer hair. Sarari encounters an entirely different character, Taro, a questionable person with interesting potential. In the midst of their battle, they encounter an ancient being using the body of a warrior from a long time ago for the usage of his plan to get revenge. This revenge would come short as they'd encounter the true power of the modern era. Sarari finally unlocks his new Zen barrier called Golden Destination. With ease, he completely embarrasses Onimura and parts ways with the former opponent turned ally. As more friends join in to assist the madness, Orion and Okori are sent to find deeper answers elsewhere.
We just start with the beginning. Barassia is from an era known as the Titan Era. This is where one of the strongest individuals in history come together to all just, do whatever they pleased. It was a strange era, full of peace, full of violence, but at the end of the day, it worked. Barassia was one of the members of this strongest era, considering his latent potential and his, bloodline. More on that later. Overall, Barassia was less of a threat in this universe, and you'll see what I mean by universe soon. He's actually pretty peaceful. The guy only got into conflicts that came his way first. Roto defeated him with ease. He had a friend named Mato, and at some point, the guy was so crazy, he took out one of the highest ranking creatures of this universe, Cumburst. Now, I really don't understand who would name someone that or their child, but hey, he whooped them. And my friend, Raza, he had an encounter with him. Didn't end well, obviously. Barassia was a different kind of man. Who knows what he would become? As for the universe thing, he's not from this universe. So there was a universal tournament, blah blah blah, big guy beats little guy. They fused, allegedly. And then that big cat I was mentioning, yeah, he's the guy who wished our universe back. It was originally a 20 or 18. Listen, I forget what time. It's cause of drinking. Anywho, Barassia's from the 6th universe. You might be wondering, he's from the 6th, how did he get to the 14th, which is where we are currently? For starters, where do I begin? This takes me back to what Barassia is. Barassia wasn't the only strongest. There was also a second strongest. He was considered the strongest one of the time, Barassia Kairou. Now, being twin brothers didn't really mean much for them, but their bloodline is what held more of a value overall. According to my friend, Barassia saw Barassia as a troubled individual. Despite being his brother, he still couldn't help but feel sorry for the guy. Eventually, that sorriness turned into hatred. To hatred, I really don't understand how, but supposedly that's what happened. His hatred developed deeper and deeper until it resembled what the true curse of their bloodline is. A family tainted by the essence of sin, forged from the vulgar and habitual quest for power. That is what Barassia embodied. After a detrimental incident to their lifestyle, the loss of their mother, Barassia completely lost his mind. Now, if I were him and if I wanted to make my mom proud, I wouldn't do anything crazy, but, you know. Was he dangerous? No duh, he was dangerous. The Kairou family was a strong race of Saiyans. The Universe 6 Saiyans don't even have tails, and yet they were born with them. This guy was a monster. Now, I'm being really honest, there isn't much else to go from here besides looking into his past achievements. There was once an individual named Kato. Supposedly he came from the future in hopes of getting rid of Barassia. That was a weird theory, originally according to Barassia, till later on he found out that maybe his theory wasn't so far-fetched. He's been having dreams, premonitions even, constant situations, and each situation had to involve a future. He didn't understand. He even said something about how he saw that he was gonna have 3 kids. Sounded impossible. Now for Barassia, at some point for his quest for power, he tried to figure out every route, every solution, any form of intense training, just to get his revenge. The loss of his mother has torn his brain completely apart. It seemed very well like he was just going on a complete gauntlet of the strongest individuals of Universe 6 in hopes to get revenge on the gods. His plan, however, had to be thwarted somehow. Many have tried, plenty have failed. They fought an individual known as Nirvana. He was an ancient being with great power. Barassia tried to use this conflict in order to get revenge and gain more power. The death of Nirvana is what caused the brothers to split fully. I don't know who Nirvana is, so I can't recite this part of a story for you, but I'm pretty sure you can visualize if those two had to go at odds and team up with each other, then this guy must have been crazy strong. I lose?
You're not dead. Should be common sense by now. No Kairou will be able to fall that easily.
Who the heck are you?
It should be obvious by now. I'm your true nature. You're continuing to hide in the shadow of morality, and yet you don't even understand what you're fighting for. Is it truly for a future, or is it because you don't want to be left behind yet again? It's sad, really. Get a grip. I want you to just release the chains that hold you down. Become the true Kairou. Become what you were meant to be. You're superior. You just have to allow yourself to let go.
Let go? He's my brother. I'm sure there's convincing him. You don't even know who you... Just get out of my way. I'll figure this out my own way.
So you really achieved that form, eh, brother? Congratulations.
It is stated that one day those who inherit my power, one with the intentions of good and the others with the intentions of evil, will clash, blue and red.
It appears we're on the edge of something truly magnificent.
When will you understand? For as long as I've known you, the only one I could call my equal, and yet you don't get it? When will you understand that life doesn't bend its will to those who ask politely? You have to gain control. Power is everything.
Your methods of justification are twisted to be
Oh, how I've waited for a fight of this caliber. And yet it has to be my own flesh and blood? Fine. I'll respond accordingly. Red Mist. A technique only inherited by those of the Kairou blood. A form that you should be aware of by now, Barassia.
When you understand my views, you cannot be this ignorant.
I can never understand your views. The goals that you plan to inherit, they are destructive. More casualties will be in the way, Tavika. You need to understand this.
Simple. If you won't listen to me, I'll beat you into submission like a wild dog.
You are always a child at heart, Tavika. And somehow you're the older brother. Fine then. Put me down. Try your hardest. No! How could I have lost? Who the hell was that?
Who the hell was that?
Hold on. Don't continue any further. What was that? Where were we? Who were those people? And why did I see people with our hair, our eyes? What's going on anymore?
So you saw an individual with the eyes? Strange. I saw someone with her hair. However, that shouldn't deter us from the situation at hand. Barassia, listen to me. You can't continue to go on this path alone. You going against me is futile. It's insanity. Do you truly believe that's the lifestyle you or me want to live? No, not at all. So why don't you put down your differences and join me? We can take over the gods together.
You plan to overthrow the gods? Seriously? Well, I share the same sentiment regarding Mother. I don't agree that this is the path. We shouldn't be trying to risk our lives in hopes to get a message through simply because of mortal affairs. That was never their decision, nor was it our choice. We can't do more than that. Give it up, Tavika. You're delusional. As for the individuals I saw, maybe it's our future before us. Us tarnishing the gods would risk their future as well.
For the sake of their future, fine.
We were never able to meet eye to eye anyways.
So he's finally piecing it all together. Perhaps your prediction wasn't incorrect, Sakamasu.
A warp gate opened and then he came here. That's the story of Barassia Kairou. You know, it would be cool if you were related to the guy, but I think it's nearly impossible now. You forgot he goes by Bianchi now. Who the heck? Don't even ask. My name is Bila. Like black and beer, you know, whatever. Anywho, yes. He goes by Bianchi now. It's a weird name, but it's his wife's name. Also, I heard a little rumor that the guy's having kids now. What? Now that I think about it, you look kinda like a splitting image of the guy. You know him? Yeah, practically trained him as soon as he came here. Speaking of which, why don't you follow me for a second, kid? We have lots to talk about. Me and you, at least. Thanks, Kaze. Now, come on, kid. I'm tired of staring at that fat cat. Okay. Now! Hurry up! You'll probably learn more about Barassia Kairou here. Barassia Kairou? So we finally found the location of the war. I'm guessing that's what the place was. Is there any real reason why we have to be here? Simple. Boss's orders, not mine. Now come on. See. Still there perfectly. Alright. Ha! Damn it. Frozen shop. Hey. Put some heat on this thing. Fine. Da. Perfect. Wait. What the heck? What the heck is going on?
It's the Yakuza! Still a soul for a second.